Why Startups Fail. Deadly Mistakes of Business Startup Founders Explained. Written by Akdeniz. Narrated by Andrea Ericson. Chapter 1. Why Startups Fail. An Overview. Expert advice on managing a startup in today's highly competitive market is vast and multifaceted, accounting for many different angles of the problem. Analysts agree that there are almost as many reasons for failing as there are startups. Since each business has its own individual particularities, needs, and requirements, there is no universally acceptable pattern when it comes to leading a new venture. There are, however, recurring themes, key factors that, if not avoided, will be certain to weigh down a business and possibly even sink it completely. Another important thing to note is that there is rarely one reason behind a startup's doom. Typically, it is a mix of factors. Here is an overview of the most common bad case scenarios. Shutting down the business due to the lack of cash to cover costs. Loss of business equity and using the assets to pay off the creditors. Inability to make an exit via acquisition or IPO that can cover for any pending debts to the investors. Failure to produce a project ROI, revenue growth, or to achieve the break-even point. According to Kirshner-Wasserman, interpersonal issues, frictions, divergent opinions, and poor team cohesion are the main culprits for business failures in otherwise promising startups. A couple of studies among startup investors revealed that, according to the respondents included in the sample, up to 65% of business failures are linked to disagreement within the management team. Wasserman. As Shaw further points out, many startups flounder and fail because of conflicts between co-founders. In most cases, these conflicts are, in turn, the result of poor communication, deficient planning, or misalignment in pursuing a common goal. Chapter 2. Things failed startups share in common. As hard as it may be for entrepreneurs to admit this, most startups fail. Period. It may sound discouraging, but coming to terms with the reality of undertaking the responsibility of leading a startup and probing deeper into the major risks of managing such a venture promotes knowledgeable and down-to-earth decision-making. Every business is unique in its own way, but learning from the experience of similar ventures that have failed can and will help you to steer your own startup away from the common pitfalls that others before you have succumbed to.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?